So all right, so for the oil change, we got this kit, and this kit here contains 4 quarts of oil, the oil filter, the 2 crush washers, and the O-ring for the cap for the oil filter. So what you're going to need is an 8mm for the cap, a 17mm for the big drain plug with the magnet on it, and a 10mm for the smaller drain plug beside it, 3/8 ratchet with an extension, and a torque wrench, a little funnel, an oil pan, and these 2 things here to enter the oil, to put in the oil in there. So that's what you're going to need for the oil change. All right, so to warm up the oil, fire it up, let it run for a minute, then that's gonna for draining the oil, and then let it just cool down a little bit, and then start draining. All right, so on the side here, that's where we're gonna enter with this. They say you need a flex one, but you can grab one and just squeeze it, and I'll go in and do its thing. So get that in there, put it aside till you take your bolts off, so you're ready for when to drain. And to put the oil in, we're gonna do this trick here, which is basically you grab this and you stick it in the hole right there, and that's where we're going to put the oil in from. And as you can see right here, and the dipstick is right behind here, where we're going to unscrew it. So that's that for that. Taking the dipstick out, and we're gonna go lay underneath and unscrew everything, and I'll show you guys that. And the cap itself is sitting right here on top, which is 3/8mm, and the O-rings right there, and the filter's gonna be right underneath there, all on the same side. All right. There are the drain plugs, and one's a 10 and one's a 17. So all right, so now we're going to remove the oil cap for the oil filter, 8mm. There's 3 of these. And watch out, there'll be oil leaking. So, and there's the oil filter. All right, so now we're going to put the new O-ring and the new crush washers on each. So the small little brass one on the 10mm, and then the bigger silver one on the 17mm. So that's that for that. Now we got the new oil ring. So lube your finger Lube it good. I'm using brand new 5W40 from Can-Am, so it should be good. And then wrap it around here. Make sure your cap's nice and clean there, all the edge and everything. So, and then sit it properly all the way down, so there's no kinks, no nothing. You make sure it's all sitting flush. All right, so now we're ready to put this all. All right, so now I'll put the new filter in the hole. Put the rubber part in the bottom, squish it nice and flush. Make sure there's no debris, everything's all nice and clean. Now we put the cap back on. Twist it a little bit so it sits nice and flush. All right. Put the 3 little bolts back in, 8mm. And this gets torqued down to 7.4 pounds. All right. All right, guys. So now to put the oil in. So my concussion is I put one funnel there, and then the tube just simply sit in there. That is this that you see up here. And that should hold in place, and everything's okay. So 3.7 quarts is what we put in. So there's 0.7 of a quart. That way there, I do that to cheat. Then I unlock it. That way there, I know the other ones I can just put the whole thing in there. So I unlock it to let it drain down. And that's it. So just gonna watch it go down. It's taking this little dandy time. Now the other ones I don't have to figure out how much I'm going to put in there. So all right, let's go try this out. Fresh oil. Time to have fun. Change is done. We'll catch you on the next one.